All right, here we are, week 12, almost there. So, we are going to be covering chapter 14, the HIPAA laws and EMS. Um, the case I chose for a current review is out of New York Fire Department, and this was in 2013. Um, so, it was a fire department lieutenant that was a seems to be a supervisor in the dispatch center. He apparently took a picture of a 911 caller who was female, and her nature of emergency was what he took a picture of, and then he posted it to Facebook. So she found out. All in all, then he appealed, and the court basically laughed in his face and said it's hard to believe that he would even think about having this reviewed because of the seriousness of what he did and being an EMS supervisor. So it is laughable in the fact that what would possess someone to actually do something like that. So I chose it because it not only reflects on the HIPAA and privacy of information and the Facebook and social media aspect of it. So it's fairly interesting on those levels, and obviously it applies to my department and pretty much all departments as far as protecting patient information. So with the HIPAA laws and everything, it's very important that we protect that information. So our rules, our protocols are pretty specific, and we do trainings on this occasionally, as far as what we can use and what's released and who's allowed to have access to that information. So if the medic crew would make a run and come back and say, we made this run on this person and did this and that, then technically, should that patient find out, then they are in violation of the HIPAA laws because they, the engine crew that was left back at the station, did not have any need to know or was not part of that run, so therefore they shouldn't have any of that patient's information. Because they already have the run on the card, that's all they know. But they don't know, the whole history of what their problem was and what went on with that. So, it's pretty clear on that as far as our policies go. There is a HIPAA officer that's attached to the department, and there are only a couple of people that do quality assurance and EMS reviews. So, the medical director and things like that. So they have access to that information. But when they use it then for, trainings and such, all of the identifying information is removed. So basically, it's a case study then, and it's based on the information of the case, the the treatment protocols, what was right, what was wrong, what could have been done or better, what shouldn't have been done, so that the training will provide better medical care to the next people that need to use EMS and have that same situation. So we can learn from it. It's a learning tool. We're allowed to use that information as long as there's no identifying things, so that that person can't be identified as that's what the run was for or who it was for. So that's kind of the biggest issue with the HIPAA, is not releasing the identifying information. So, and then even, lawyers and things like that, they have to go through that HIPAA officer or the EMS officer so that they can get, reports and things like that. So we can't just release them to anybody. So they're pretty clear on it. You know, we have them locked up. We don't use paper reports anymore, but you have to have passwords, and there's only certain information or certain people that have the right passwords to get into the whole report once it's submitted. So everything's pretty much under lock and key. So have a good night. Good luck. Almost there.